with me?
Yes.
Awesome.
Rock on.
Rock on. I like that. Well, I was really excited when Beth asked me if I'd be willing to do a presentation, talking about and sharing operational secrets from a general manager. Now, it has been a little while since I've been a direct general manager, because I've been the regional director for quite some time for Kim. But I did start in her company as the manager of the quarry location. So obviously, I train the managers, the spa level managers that we have in all 5 of our locations, to ensure that all of our policies and procedures are being followed and each spa mirrors each other. So it's the same practices, again, not just like our way is the best way, but this is what works for us. And obviously with 5 locations, it makes it really important that Kim's vision is being met, her expectations, and all the policies and procedures are being met and executed by the spa level management. So it's really important who the owner bestows their spa to. I mean, they're literally entrusting their business to this person. It's a huge responsibility, and as a general manager, you have to be effective. You have to be the right choice, just like our therapists have to be the right choice, the right people. We're constantly thinking about, maybe we hire the wrong people. General managers do. You have to have the right person there for you and be productive. Okay. So this is me. Karen Torres, Regional Director of Woodhouse Day Spa for Austin and San Antonio. Yes, we just now have 5 locations now with the 2 hotel spas. So again, 125 employees, big staff. So obviously we have to make sure that these systems are in place and moving smoothly. But we do run a tight ship at all of our locations, and you have to. You have to. It's a little bit of tough love. Someone just told me it's a little bit of tough love that you just gave us. Absolutely, because it is a business at the end of the day. There's a big difference to me. I know it's called general manager, but I wish it was called not general leader, but they are a leader. There's a big difference between a manager and a leader. A manager on the left-hand side, they're a copy. Anyone can do what they do. But a leader is truly an original. Almost can't be replaced. Because they're so unique, they're always thinking ahead, they're always thinking outside the box. They're not just doing what they're told, not a robot. We need someone there that is innovative, who's constantly thinking, how can we do this better? There's always ways to do things better. Or are they just running through the motions? They're kind of on autopilot. You need someone there that's really engaged with the company and wants what's best for the company. A manager, they maintain, absolutely. But a leader, they develop new strategies, new ideas, new ways, being creative. You can't be stagnant. You have to think of new, creative, strategic ways of making the business better in all aspects, from personnel to revenue, everything that goes in between, with even customer relations. Constantly thinking outside the box. A manager is more, they deal with control. They're controlling things. But a leader has the staff's trust. When Karen, or Kim want to put a new policy in, we know it's going to work. And they wouldn't be doing that unless it would be better for the company. It's for the best for the company. They have to trust you. A manager thinks short term. Leaders are long term. They're thinking long range. You should always think ahead, not day to day. Managers do things right, absolutely. But leaders do the right things on their own. A manager is a good soldier. They do what they're told. It's great. But a leader does the right things. They're their own person. I'm going to make the right decisions. I know what the owner expects of her business. I'm going to make the right decisions for her. She does not have to be here right next to me every day. She shouldn't have to be. A manager really gives excuses. Something happens, the owner comes to the manager. What happened with the situation? The manager, well, she said this, and you know who did it? This person. And that's not my fault. Yes, it is. The general manager is ultimately responsible for every single thing that happens in that spa. A manager should never give excuses to the owner. How are you going to solve it? With Kim, this situation happened, Miss Kim. This is what I've done to fix the problem and what we can do so it doesn't happen again. She's content with that. Great. Karen handled it. Right? A leader takes ownership of it. Yes, it did happen. Yes, ma'am, it happened, but this is what we did to correct it. I addressed it immediately. I did not let it, it happened last week or 2 weeks ago. What? That's have to be immediate. That's our job. So leadership, a leadership plans. A leader plans. A leader has a vision, and it needs to coincide, obviously, with the owners. The owner has the vision, the general manager makes it happen. A leader shares her vision. Obviously, you need to get with your teammates. Look, guys, we have a goal of this month for this amount. Let's do it. Last week we had a great week. Let's look back to last week. We had a great week. What worked? Let's do it again. And better yet, let's beat last week. We can do it. But if you're not looking at your numbers, you're not setting goals, you're doing a disservice to the owner and to your own role. That's why you're there. So obviously a leader takes charge. We have to take control of the situation and of the business. How to make us better. And obviously a leader inspires through example. We cannot expect others to follow the policies and you don't follow them yourself. You can't write up an employee for being tardy and you yourself are tardy. You're a hypocrite. And there builds resentment. You're writing me up? You're always late. But you're my boss, I can't say anything. They lose respect for you. You're diminishing your own role. So there's 6 traits of an effective leader. They make others feel important. We have 125 employees now. Obviously, we have to get our managers to make sure every single one of them feel appreciated. I always hear, unfortunately, an excuse. Well, that therapist was busy all day, I haven't seen her. What? More reason. Go seek her out. In her room, in between services, help her change out some linen. You're booked solid today, awesome. You have like 5 requests today, you rock. Let me help you. How's it going today? You need anything? Or let me do that too, so you can go take a bathroom break, or go take a little break. Those little moments, those little things mean so much to them. There shouldn't be a day when you're the general manager on duty that you don't see every single employee that day that's working. It's a full day and you don't see that employee or talk to them or do an interaction. You're the general manager. You're making sure that they have everything that they need, they're having a great day, and that you're available for them. Obviously, you promote a vision. They need to know what you want from them so they can meet it. They want to make you happy. They want to make you proud. But they need to know first what you want from them or need from them. Follow the golden rule, obviously. Treat others as you want them to treat you. You have to give respect to get respect. Like I said earlier, just because you're the manager, you're just going to automatically earn respect. No, not at all. You have to earn it. Make someone feel special. Number 4 is probably the most important to me. Admit mistakes. We are all human. General managers are going to make mistakes too, just like the therapist. But if we ignore it or get hostile or confrontational when there's a mistake made, it makes it even worse. Don't be on a power trip. Apologize. That was wrong. I made a mistake. I'm so sorry. I will make sure that doesn't happen again. And if it does, you let me know. But we can't be, how dare you confront me or tell me what I did wrong. We cannot be that way. It's a two-way street. We have an open door policy, and it's easier said than done. If you say that we have an open door policy, you have to be willing to accept all feedback on yourself too. Set the example. Number 5, criticize others only in private. Obviously, you cannot chastise an employee in the break room just to prove a point or you're that frustrated. If you're that frustrated and being impulsive like that, it's the wrong time to talk to an employee. Calm down yourself first. You have to be calm, cool, and collected. You can't take things personal. It's not personal. Your behavior is out of line. You're making it worse by pulling them in and making it emotional. This is not personal. So make sure that you're talking to them first off in a calm, cool, and collected manner, but in the office. where you're not there to embarrass someone. And of course, stay close to the action. It should not be odd that the general manager is up at the front desk. And like, why are you up here? Or to go into the esthetician room and checking the equipment. Or in the break room, why are you in here? I just hear a lot of owners tell me that their managers are stuck in the office. They're like hiding in the office. Are you scared of your team? Don't be, okay, you're scared of the team, you're the wrong general manager. You need to get to know your team, be present, help out, fold some laundry, help them change out their room, anything. You have to be present with them. Don't be afraid. You cannot be afraid of your own team. And do not hide out in the office. You have to make time to go interact with your teammates. We have to live core values. The focus on leading by example cannot be selective or partial agreement. It must be total. Don't y'all agree? It can't be on certain days or, I'll let that one slide or, we cannot. It has to be complete. It has to be a total agreement. Managers must live by core values daily. It is tough to do, but that's why not everyone can be a general manager or do it well. Integrity, obviously. Trust, respect, sincerity, responsibility, and care is probably the most important to me. Because all those other things should be easy. Care should be the easiest, but I think we forget about it sometimes. We're so focused on the guest, and we should be, absolutely. But we can't forget our employees are our internal guests. Don't you think they are expressing to their guests whether they like working there or not? And they might be there because they need the paycheck. They can't leave yet. So they're talking to every single one of your guests about how much they do not like working there, or respect you, or don't respect you. So we have to take care of them first. So the guests should come in and hear, I love working here. They did this for the other day. They took us bowling. We went to do some karaoke. It was great. And just other internal things, of course. And that they respect you. They like where they work. So we have to take care of them. We forget about that. And of course, external guests too, of course, with our guests. Become the change you want to see. To be a great manager, one must be a manager of self first. Do y'all agree? How do you expect to manage 20, 25 people if you're not managing yourself? How you're dressed to work, you arrive on time to work, your professionalism, no cursing, how you conduct yourself as a professional. If you're not able to manage yourself first, you've got some work to do before you become a general manager. What I consider a great manager is someone that has character. What I think of character is that Kim is not next to me every single day at every moment. And she doesn't have to be, because I'd be doing the exact same thing I'd be doing whether she was there or not. So your managers have to be that too. Employees want management they can look to and respect. Again, if they don't respect you, they're not going to come to you. Dress code, tardiness, like we talked about. Maintain professional boundaries. This is a huge thing. Fraternizing. Your general manager goes out with only a certain select concierge or therapist. They go out drinking, they have some dinner, drinking, and a lot of things are talked about and disclosed at that time. And it's usually confidential things that they shouldn't be talking about. It's one thing to go and have a nice dinner, but it's about hanging out and becoming really close friends with subordinates. Believe me, the other staff members are going to be resentful of that.